Hi, my name is Joanie'S. Welcome to my channel. If you're interested in having a reading, a healing with me, please go to my website, joanieswhitelighthealing.com. You could find me on LinkedIn, SoundCloud, and Facebook. You could also find me here. Please like, share, subscribe, comment below. I would love to hear from you. So with recent short series of events, I was moved to make a video here regarding the statement no. And I believe that it's very important to delve a little bit more into this word because many people don't seem to exercise it. And with that, they find themselves in a myriad of situations that aren't necessarily for their highest good. It doesn't mean it's a mistake and it doesn't mean it's bad. It means that they're opening themselves up to greater challenges than if they had said no. It doesn't mean that you have to say no all the time. It means discerning each situation as it's presented to you. And if no is something that is a higher outcome opportunity for you, maybe that wording isn't right. If using the word no will afford you more grace and ease versus or some type of an accomplishment where you can avoid a greater challenge, then let's take a look at this. I'm going to go in a little bit and first from Joanie'S words, and then I'm going to bring in spirit and see what can be added to this. So I used to be a therapist. I'm not anymore. And I love delving into folks' minds. I love human behavior. I love human interaction, communication. And with that, discernment and analyzing, going in your mind, going in your heart, using your intuition, following your guidance, and then forming opinions and taking actions and speaking truth. That's the way I roll. I love this stuff. So I had a recent experience where by phone I said no, and the person did not take no for an answer. And later in the conversation, they stated the same thing where I had to repeat myself and say no. And I felt very uncomfortable, yet I did it. And I feel very, very good about having been in my truth. And no is no is no, period. So I want to explain a little bit why I think people have difficulty saying no. I think that there are several reasons. One reason is because people want people to like them and that they are people pleasing. So by saying yes and going along with what someone else says, whether it's an idea or they want them to do something with them, whatever it is, the person is avoiding a situation where they are possibly going to have a conflict, a disagreement, a rift, and a possible separation with another person. This is fear-based, and it is probably karmic or past life related, where someone had difficulty stating that they had a different opinion and they were crucified, vilified, ostracized, rejected, separated from the person, belittled, tortured, killed for having said no. So that's one thing, the people-pleasing aspect by saying yes versus no. And also, no means that you are thinking differently, and that if the person wants you to do something or agree to something and you are saying no, then we're also talking about a power situation. There are situations where by your saying no, you're leveling up with them and saying, you want this and I want this, and they're different. And there's a power struggle. People avoid power situations as well. If they have solar plexus, which is the power center right in the center of their gut, if they have solar plexus issues, saying no might be something they find themselves doing a lot. Generally, when you say no and you have an idea that the person wants you to say yes, you know that there will be conflict that could possibly ensue. If you know the person that you are dealing with and you say no, and they have no problem with your disagreeing, then you might find yourself saying no. But if you are dealing with an unknown and you have an idea that no is the most important thing for you, but you want to avoid a conflict and you don't know how that person or that group, that institution will take to it, you might succumb and do something that's out of your comfort zone, which is doing a yes when you wanted a no. In terms of safety, if a person's personal space, their financial, mental, whatever type of space, sexual space is being interfered with, no is no is no. And deservedness is another reason why a person might not exercise no. If a person has low self-esteem, low self-worth, they don't deserve that they have a voice, that they have that worth, that they are special and valuable and priceless, then by saying no, that means that they have taken a look at their worth and they know that they could handle anything. They value their opinion and their concept of what is their truth, and that it is okay no matter who they say no to, because they deserve to be able to be sovereign. They know their worth, and they know that despite the conflict, they will persist and they will be just fine, that they trust that they are strong enough and that valuable to get through any type of a conflict. Therefore, no is their birthright, and that they can speak that word. In my past, it was more difficult to say no. Today, it is easy for me to say no. I trust that the universe has me protected and that I am guided accordingly. And that also by my saying no to someone, I am role modeling for them. That not everyone is going to agree with them and go along with them. I don't do it to be provocative and I say no when I really mean yes. I'm talking about when I truly feel no and they want me to say yes. They have the opportunity to shift their perception if they have power issues, ego issues, control issues, if they're provocateurs and they engage in conflict, whatever the case. They will find that a person that says no gives them the opportunity to shift and change and grow. I'm now going to bring in spirit. I'm going to put my Joanie aside, and I'm going to see if there's anything more to add to this commentary about the word no. Here we go. Spirit is saying you've known all along what is your truth. It is deep within you, and that you as a soul long to be free, and you want to be held this way. You want to stream it all out, whatever is a yes and a no, and that we as souls already have it within us, yet due to blocks and changes and shifts and traumas and occurrences in our respective lifetimes, here and everywhere, there are blocks, and we sometimes become removed from our knowing who we are, what we're about, and what we believe in, our accumulated truths that come together as one whole truth. Therefore, when we are positioned against other, when we are positioned in relation to other, and we have the opportunity to use our discernment regarding what we find is truth to us, it is challenging if there are blocks, and blocks would need to be removed. And I'm asking whether they want me to do karmic forgiveness work. They say, no, we don't have to do that here. Let's see if there's anything more Spirit has to say. It's when you value your own opinion in relation to other that it matters. Really identifying your speculations about what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, what is light, what is dark. everything in accordance with universal law of oneness. When you are delving into consciousness and the collective spirit of love, it is easier for you to have ideas about what is right and wrong and what you wish to do and what you wish to avoid. Therefore, do your personal work, do your healing, and therefore it will become easier for you to summon up your truth and have that value of self and share with other your truth. Your truth would come in the way of no or yes. Now, Spirit wants me to talk a little bit about the I'm not sure. That's not really for this video. The wavering soul would need to make a decision for themselves how they feel if a yes, no, in terms of participation or agreement is necessary at that moment. So do your work if you were a waverer, if you're a fence sitter, if you have difficulty making decisions. I'm going to see if there's anything more. Nope, you've covered it. We've got this. And Spirit is saying, do your best to discern what is right for you. The soul that honors your no will be grateful that they did so. Souls that are pushing and impeding on you and doing a power struggle have difficulty, and they find your no as nonsense. Therefore, they might persist. And so you do your work regarding being pressured into saying yes. The soul that is trying to enforce a yes and trying to move you away from no has issues that must be resolved for them. So if you find yourself in that category and you want it your way, and you are not admiring, honoring others for their being who they are, there is really a must look at situation here. Listen to your guidance regarding why you must have others succumb, agree, form contracts with you that are not sound. And in this case, a not sound contract would be where someone says yes when they really mean no. It is not based on truth. So with that, I hope this video assisted you. Please like, comment, and I really would love to hear from any of you if you'd like me to make future videos on any topics, if you'd like me to channel certain situations. It is my pleasure and an honor. I will see you again. Bye, y'all.